Alrighty, here I go. I'm at the same spot as you seen in the last video. So hopefully this don't take too long. I'm gonna be heading for another drive later and seeing how long it takes. I already know. I think I know how long this is gonna take. About an hour, maybe. I don't know yet. Nonetheless, I'll put links in for my start position here. And that's pretty much all you need, because this doesn't go anywhere except to the park. Little area. There's no grass, but, well, maybe there is. Careful. Might be somebody else out here, you never know. Reminds me of a wreck I seen in the mountains years ago. Not me, but someone else. That motorcycle got run into by a Toyota pickup. Guy on the motorcycle got hurt a little bit. Kind of serious, a little bit hurt, but he's still able to get on that motorcycle. Broken foot pedal or something, but no, I think it was the foot peg starter. Anyway, I don't know. He hurt his ankle, I believe, and broke a finger, yeah. Anyway, I think that's when a good little bit of caution goes a long ways. You know, you don't run into them if you're going slower. They were both going kind of fast coming around a sharp turn. Up to each other. My ex-wife, Shantae, we were still married at the time, says, "Well, he's going kind of fast, Preston. I hope he don't run into somebody." And the next thing we know, boom, he run into the motorcycle. Oh, let's see here. Gosh, you know, I've cut down on the smoking a lot, but every time I have one, it makes me kind of cough. Tell ya. Smoke is a weird thing. Your lungs get used to it for a long time. But it's like then they just kind of get tired of doing the work, so they just slow down. Like, whatever, you can keep smoking fine. That's kind of what they do. I think they're just saying, we're tired of cleaning it out. Yep. I don't know, it's probably a more better explanation, but a much better explanation, I should say. Mine is too rudimentary, right? Now, truth be known, smoke doesn't have any real oxygen in it. So every time you put it in your lungs, you're really not doing anything for the rest of the body. So it's like opening a door on the spacecraft in space and letting a lot of air out and then shutting it and expecting to survive. doesn't work too well. So I think what it is some effect from that too. It's not necessarily the smoke, but the fact there's not a whole lot of oxygen as much as there should be, so the lungs start closing down. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not going to bet on that, but I'm going to say it's 30% possible. With an educated guess, right? Of things usually work in threes or in thirds. I don't know. Sometimes he does. At least that's what the old Nikola Tesla said. Things work in threes. I always love that thing about numbers, you know. They're so useful in so many ways. And even in spiritual ways, with understanding things. I was looking at this, hold on a second. It was a video, or no. There was probably a video. I just was thinking about a video of it. Maybe there might be one. I was reading this deal about old history, like 2,000 years ago. And this religion that was part of Christianity was different. Kind of like, you know, you have all kinds of different religions, you know, nowadays. It's just another Christian religion. A little more laid back, less worked into it. And they practice this strange but crucial spiritual gift, where the person who could do it would say words that weren't quite made any sense, but they were part of words. And through that, they could put together, probably, I'm guessing, it didn't go into detail, but I'm guessing they could put together a message. And it reminded me of today what's going on that Carl Jung discovered. Synchronicity. And everyone who understands it is having spiritual upbringing, you know. Like parents teaching you things. And it's really incredible how our angels teach us through this synchronicity thing. And I want to start from the basics because it's what led me up to realizing my place in this time in life. And that it's just a subtle, mostly kind of thing, and, you know, I write a few things here and there to confirm things, just to expose my true potential. But I'm not talking about it a whole lot here. It's so into detail, I would probably take your attention away from the road here. Now, that would be cool. I don't want to work your mind too much with esoteric things, but I'm not going to quite leave it out either, because life has many neat little bits of butter on the toast, you know, that you can enjoy sometimes. If butter's a good thing for you, I don't know. I love butter on toast. I don't have many teeth left, but I can still have toast sometimes. And, you know, and as a kid, I brushed my teeth a lot. It was fine. And I got this one cavity. I was like, oh, darn it. Got worse. Brush, just got worse. So, ever ever since that day, my teeth have been falling apart. After a while, 7 or 8 years ago, I stopped using a toothbrush because it was just making the gums hurt too much. And the cavities that were there, some are still there. Got like 4 teeth in the front on the bottom that are still together. Anyway, 3 or 4 that are cavities maybe. That's about the size of it. But I also didn't really like that taste of toothpaste too much either. And I'll tell you why. And it reminded me when I tried to eat a Tic Tac the other day. That menthol, or whatever they put in there, I don't think it's good for you to be eating it or like that, you know, or ingesting it. That's just my opinion. You do what you like, though. I don't think menthol or spearmint in a synthetic or whatever, you know, chemical form instead of real, I don't think it's good for you. Because it made me feel ill trying to eat a Tic Tac. I don't know if it was just a bad Tic Tac maybe, but I just threw the whole box away after that little case or whatever they are, you know, little container. They can smash like an egg with your foot. Used to do that when I was a kid. Anyway, no more of those things. I don't know. Maybe candy just don't agree with me anymore. Who knows? I rarely eat it now. I just thought Tic Tac's my word for cutting down on the cigarettes. Because boy, when I'm at home, got nothing to do, don't I have fits about holding a cigarette, and then I start missing the smell. Doesn't smell like it in the house. Uh-oh, better make some smell, and I light it. One drag won't hurt. One more won't hurt. It's not what I want to do. I gotta figure out something to take my mind off of them when I've got nothing to do, when I'm bored, you know. And right now, I'm not bored. I don't need a smoke. Got something in my hands and something to do. Perfect. And I enjoy doing this. I love making videos, and I love driving. My 2 favorite things. So it's perfect for me to be doing this to quit smoking cigarettes, which I enjoyed a little too much also. Well, this I can't enjoy too much. You can never enjoy something that's productive and fun at the same time. You can never enjoy it too much. Oh, I gotta give you some views here. After I get past this lone tree here. Yeah, nice little swoopy area. I think this is that flat area, whatever the name of it was. I didn't read it. I don't know. I'll have to read it on my way out. Been a while since I've been over here. Hope the road don't get muddy. It shouldn't. Last time I came up in here, or no, before that last time, you know, a couple of times ago, it was just a little too muddy, and I couldn't go past just down right here. I always wanted to go hike up in there, but this sagebrush is brutal to go walking through. So much zigzagging. Takes you an hour to walk 10 minutes almost. I'm kidding. Takes longer. Yeah, beautiful up in there though. I don't think there's a road that goes over there. Wait, maybe there is. Might go over a little ways. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'll check it out sometime, and if it's a viable video, yeah, I'll make one. Let's see, I'm gonna move up here and look over down the road here. How does it go? Does it go? Yeah, it seems to go around that way. Oh, I know what it does. It heads through this little area here and back over to the other road. It goes out to a coma and stuff. That's my bag of chips right there. Always take a snack when you go anywhere out in the middle of nowhere. Have a gallon of water, at least. Guy that passed away a little while back, I guess, taught me take water. It saved me a lot of money when I had to fix a radiator that blew. And having that water, you know, made it so that I could put it back in the radiator after I patched it up. It was quite a deal fixing it, but it was a spiritual lesson that I was being taught. That's one way the angels will do it. They'll let something go wrong just to show you how well, by listening to them, you've protected yourself. And I did. I listened to every little, how do I say, impactful synchronicity I came across. First one was baling wire. I don't know why, but I just picked it up, threw it in the back of the vehicle. And that was really the main thing I needed. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I found. Oh, I also picked up something else, a scrubbing pad, which I didn't really need for that, but it was in the same day. It was on the ground. Turned out to be a really good brake drum cleaner and brake pad, you know, when the pads had that, did that come on, word, come out, the scruffy stuff on them. It makes them look scruffy and smooth them up a little bit with the Brillo type of stuff. Anyway, it was a stainless steel type of Brillo. Worked really good. It's probably somewhere in the old Jeep, but that's okay. So that baling wire went in the back of the vehicle, and then when I blew the radiator out in the middle of nowhere over by the Pony Express Trail near Outlook Pass, something 30, 40, or 60 miles or whatever from Tooele, I don't know. There's a ways out there. And there I am going back down the mountain with starting the engine up once in a while just to rotate it, you know, for the transmission. You don't want to roll a transmission, it's automatic, while it's in neutral with the engine off. Needs oil on all of them gears while they're turning inside with the back of the transmission from the drive line. Anyway, also I probably had to pull it up some of the little bitsy hills, you know, like such as this right here that I'm going up. And so I'd start up once in a while, and I got back down to the surface kind of area of out in the middle of nowhere I was at. There's a little camping area. And I thought, this is perfect to work on it. And I thought, I need to find a way to patch this radiator. Looked inside. I don't know if I just had an aluminum can. For some reason I didn't, which really was surprising, you know. And wonder what I was drinking at the time. I must have not had any Mountain Dew. So anyway, I found a Red Bull, I think, or something like that. It's a blue can of some kind. Really pretty color of blue. I thought, hey, look at that. I can see something shining in the sun over there. It looks like metal. Aluminum. Yeah, perfect. Picked it up and cut off the ends and cut it down so it was one sheet. Spread it out and wrapped it over. See if it would fit on the side tank of the radiator that got blown out. About a silver dollar size hole. You can see it where they got the plastic imprinted in where their circles are. It blew out one of them circles. And it's where it would have a hose fitting if it was a different year of the same kind of radiator and a different year of the same vehicle. Like a Jeep, for example. That's what I had, was another Jeep Cherokee. Different one. It was a 2-wheel drive. Anyway, I still have it. But she's wrecked now. Bad little accident that totaled it in a little ravine. Me just going a little too fast in the wrong conditions, that's all. Surprise, surprise. Well, anyway, back to the radiator. I took it out with my tools and put the baling wire through the veins, you know, between the veins, and made sure I could wrap it around and tie it. A little bit wet right there. Maybe not. Just looks like it. And put the, what was it? I guess it was just the aluminum. Yeah, it was flat enough and smooth enough with glue. I just smothered it on there and let it sit and just cure up a little bit for about probably 6 to 10 minutes. It was really pretty hot that day. Didn't need a whole lot of time to cure. And then I slapped the aluminum on and there's a foil around there. Wrapped it around and kind of tucked it in on the sides of near the veins. So it kind of was a little clipped on there. Then I put some backing on it. I had cardboard. I think I might have found a piece of, what do you call that? Paneling, wall paneling. Also in the back of my vehicle. And cut that down to size. It wasn't very big anyway. To fit on, kind of make a little octagon-y kind of shape. So the reason I did that is I didn't want it directly pushing on it because it would cave in the hole where I had the aluminum on there if I tried that or push it in. I was afraid with it doing that, it might want to make a crease. So I put the flat piece of wood on there on one side and kind of did the best I could to curve it on the back with some couple of pieces and one on the other side. And then I tightened up the baling wires, 3 of them, good and tight. And I let it dry for 6 hours. All the time I really felt like wasting. I wanted to get home. I think this is a hiking area here I want to show you. And I got out of there and back to a Maverick and it was starting to leak a little bit. That was about 28 miles or so. Yeah, hiking area. White Canyon Trail. Whoop. Whoop. If you ever like going hiking, that might be nice. Mud Spring might be muddy, I don't know. Anyway, off we go. Gear am I in? Neutral. There we go, now it's in drive. It was still in reverse. There's been water here and there. Oh, that's rough. That looks like the same tire tread I seen over by my place. Just showed up yesterday, I think. I was taking a nap, I believe, when they were, whoever it was out exploring. Once in a while, once in a great while. And I really mean that. Once in a great while, somebody finds their way out where I live. Haven't seen anybody else around there for over a year. Anyway, I didn't see the person, so can't say I've seen anyone around there in the last year. I haven't, except for tire tracks. What is that? Piece of wood? Yeah, piece of wood. Probably would have been from when they beat up the trees with their beating machine. Well, you've probably seen them on logging shows. They did it just to keep the road working as a fire break, see? Just a little bit more effective that way. Oh, by the way, I'm going to take you through a couple of areas. One of them I forgot which way to get to, but I'll remember. But the other places I've never been. Had a good fire a couple years back. I'm going to go over there and check it out. See if it's worth a video or not. Probably not. Probably all greened out again. It's a public place. Won't be as interesting, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it's a forest area. See, this ain't that public. It's nice and quiet and laid back. You know, less than a 99% chance I have somebody bothering me. And this is where you'll find me most of my life, is in places like this. There are mountains up there where I used to live in the Wasatch Front. I was always in those mountains. I think that's why I'm not married anymore. Probably why she cheated on me. I was always in the mountains. I was married to those mountains, basically, I think. I don't know. That's kind of going too far. Earth don't like people thinking that way either, probably. Like offending somebody's woman, you know. But anyway, yeah. I liked going in them mountains all the time because I felt at home more than I did down in the city. In the city, I just didn't, you know, it was fine. It's life. Wherever you are is life. Let's see, how wet is it here? Yeah. I'm gonna go around and keep the road nice. Nice as I can. Yep, keep the road nice as you can. You know, some places, land's really not too expensive. Just Just make sure you find a place that has a well. Save yourself some time and energy and some cost. There's another hiking area. Doesn't seem to have any signs. I don't know, there's something over there. It's windy out there, or else I'd get out. I don't want to cause you a bunch of annoyance from that whooshy 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 whoosh. This looks like a nice one though, out through there. You'll be seeing the view. Yep, because I'll be up over that way here in a little bit. Just a bit. We'll be up over that way. There's a spot to pull up on here somewhere. Where is it? No further. Oh, no, that is. No, it's further up here. This is the best part of the drive right here. Oh, I just about passed the pole off here. Hold on, backing up. Maybe I'll just back onto it. Man, I got ahead of myself. A little bit further. Alright. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm trying. I can't see where I'm going. This mirror's too dirty. I hope I don't run into nothing. Alright, now I'm good. I think. What am I running into? It should be easy to go. How odd. Oh, they made a mess out of it. Maybe I can go back a little further and try it. May have went in the wrong area. Me and my funny ways, huh? There we go. I found it this time. Birds. Better not push my luck. That's how I broke a taillight once. You know, backing up fast in an unfamiliar area is nothing but trouble. This might make the video longer than an hour, but who cares? Cactus right there. If you ever decide to come out here, watch out. They are here and there. And this dirt, kind of loose. So if you're kind of heavy or your feet don't work too good, don't come down here. Unless you have absolute confidence in yourself. But one slip might be a broken leg. Who knows? I don't know if you'd slide down here much, but boy, can you imagine? Woohoo! Right down that little ravine there that I'm kind of inching towards. Woo! Boy, it's loose. Yeah, I'm not going any further. It's too loose. Look at that view. There's the road over there. Goes down through there. That's where we'll be going. And I believe Beaver Dam is over there. And I think that's the road to it way out there. I'm going to zoom in on it. I can see here. I'm a little too low. Come on, show up. Where are we? I gotta find my bearings so I don't fall over. It's out there somewhere. Just right above that ridge there. You might see it now. Yep, I believe that's the one that goes to Beaver Dam State Park. Alright. You know, I'm not afraid of heights, but I'm afraid of falling, so it's pretty dangerous right there. It wouldn't be much for me to do if I fell. Oh boy. It's good to get a thrill once in a while, though. I got, you know, such a somewhat, what do you call that? Sober sense of life. Not much is really surprising anymore. I do get adrenaline rushes here and there. Alrighty, off we go to get some potatoes. No. Yeah, can't bag up right there. I can go faster right here. It's kind of a funny route in the way it fools you, how it seems like it's not very long. It's longer than it looks. About as long as a drive up Farmington Canyon, Farmington, Utah. And Bountiful Canyon maybe too. Both good drives, but Bountiful Canyon doesn't get repaired as well sometimes, so you get pretty big ruts in places. Weather up there is harsh. They gotta close it during the winter. At least the upper area of it. So the area where the gate is, before the gate, I think it's about 6 miles or so. Maybe less, 5, 4, I don't know. Never checked. Anyway, it gets some damage. Same with the Farmington Canyon Road sometimes. But it is one that not too many people try to go on in the wintertime. It's a little bit slickery. That Farmington Canyon is. You gotta go real slow. Real slow. Low and slow. That way when you go pushing on the brakes, you know, you're just letting it roll down the hill in neutral down the road. When you use the brakes, it just kind of just sticks real nice at that slow speed and just stops for you with an easy braking. No slipping, no braking grip. Use the same finesse with taking off and going up the small hills. no braking grip. You can go on that kind of slickery stuff, but that's what it takes. Can be done with two-wheel drive on some roads with a little bit rougher ice. It's still icy, you know. You'll find that's the case on a lot of dirt roads. If you're driving on a snowy, icy dirt road, they're all going to kind of be about like that. But some of them get a sheet of ice. Don't try to drive on those ones. Unless it's flat and got some little bit of ruddiness to it, we can get a little grip. That'll be alright. And if it's a big puddle, definitely don't. It's deceiving, you know, these dirt roads are. The flat ones out in the desert. Looks like it's okay. You go into that puddle, the big one, and then all of a sudden you're not going anymore. You're either sucking in water in the engine, which that's bad, or you're stuck in the mud. It is only safe to do so if it's really just quickly rained and made some puddles that ain't soaked in yet. Or if it's just quick rain and hasn't, no, that's the wrong way, but if it hasn't rained for a while, and rain won't saturate the ground too much. That makes it all right too to go through those big puddles that I was just talking about. Another factor that makes it okay, you know, no mud really, even though there's a little bit. Some of the mud, or yeah, I'd say some of it may get muddy faster. Some of the kind of terrains around here, especially on these mountain roads. I run into all kinds on these mountain roads. In some areas I've been way out yonder, there ain't no road left. Get a bunch of rut and bump and rocks and yep. You get so far out, 20, 30 miles, and then the road goes to nothing sometimes. And a few of them get fixed, most of them don't. A couple of formations over there. Well, if you was hoping for something flashy like, we're coming up to it here pretty quick. I'm gonna zoom on over there. Good idea what that looks like. Isn't that way good looking, all jaggedy and like, what did that to that? Just weather over time. Yeah, neato, huh? Yeah, more up there on there, a little different looking. And down this hill here ways, or mountain I should say. They're all hills basically, but they're mountains too. There's mountains. Down here a little ways there's more I think to look at actually. I'm gonna keep on going. Oop. too much in the way there. Wow, it's bumpy. It's rougher than I remember right here. Oh, you guys out there with them sand rails and stuff, try to go easy on these hills. Unless you're on an off-road trail, then don't worry about it. I wonder if I can see through it here with the camera. Yeah, a little bit. Pretty cool looking there. Yeah. Nature does funny things that look beautiful, huh? Yeah. Go ahead and pause it anywhere, you know, and you can take a look at it. Alrighty, off we go. Well, there's one more to zoom in over here. This one I could sit and just, you know, toke one and relax. Back in my toker days. Beautiful. About all there is here. I'm gonna put this into neutralis right now. Give myself a little bit more leeway on the braking for my foot. A less tired foot is a happy foot. Kind of warm down over here, actually, coming through the windshield. Right there. There's that one there, kind of. Boy, that's gorgeous. That's a picture perfect one right there. Especially a zoomed in view of it. Yeah, picture perfect. You can print that one and sell it. No, just kidding. Almost, huh? Not quite there, but yeah, not bad. Not bad. Oh no, we're not in drive. Gotta use gravity. I guess it's free, so I might as well use it. Just gotta be careful with it. Kind of like re-entering with the space shuttle. Don't want to go too fast at the wrong pitch or whatever. Maybe I'll just keep the camera pointed over that way here for a minute. Well, that was trippy for my eyes, or for the one eye that works good anyway. It went fuzzy on the screen, and I also had the clear view at the same time above it. Whoa. so cool. It's like a little ridge or a little cliff. A miniature cliff. That's only about maybe 150 feet across, end to end, I bet. Yep. Mini cliff. Driving, here we go. You know, whoever invented the differential, I really wish I could pat their back. What a wonderful invention. Makes it all work. There's a couple more real close to the road here that are, let's see here, let me zoom in over here. A little bit of a crevasse. That's too close. Get a real close up here. Kind of looks like cement, huh? Or concrete. It's got its own character. It's a people rock with its own character. Yeah, the things that nature can do. A little chute. Isn't that trippy? Trippy, trippy. There's some more little chutes over there where water runs down. Here and there throughout the whole thing. It's all been weathered. Yeah, more to look at up there, but the same thing as this, I'm guessing. I don't know. Stop. Check it out. What's up there? What's over the hill? Not a cliff, I don't know. I don't know. It could be difficult to back off of. I better just leave it where it's at. Looks like everybody walks over here anyway. Yeah, all the same kind of area. Come and check it out. I bet your kids would love it. Just make sure they're careful. That looks like a safe way to go down. And even safer there if there's no cactuses. Yeah. Maybe it's a little more than 150 feet. Yeah. Right on, huh? My knees aren't that great. I'm not gonna go too much hiking until I figure out how to make them work a little better. It's every day, you know, making life healthier for myself is probably helping them, but still sometimes I go get the aches and pains and can't do much. The left one's just a little bit achy, but not too bad. Pretty nice out here, isn't it? Let's get a close up over here. I gotta. Wow. Huh. Can't really see in there real well, but yeah, pretty well. Just kind of comes down through here. Bigger chute over here. Anyway, this is kind of a soft, rocky stuff. See? It's a sediment of some kind. A little bit darker right there. Alrighty, I'm going back on down this carefully. I got this zoomed in. Yes. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video while I back this up. Talk to you guys. Well, maybe I'll make another video after this one. It's still going to be a little while on the next one. Just, you'll see the link to the next one at the end of this one. And how about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there it is. Alright, see you guys in a minute.